Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T, and about ready to bring in Ramon here with our NBA three-pack. As Ramon gives the three-packs from the major sports. And man, Ramon coming off a monster day, 700 units of profit the past 24 hours, 7 wins, a push out there, putting up some monster numbers in college basketball the past 2 years. We'll show you that in just a second, but let's bring him in right now. Ramon Scott, catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com. So we'll bring him in right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, this is my time of year. I told you this is what I do. And college basketball is a little bit of the dynamic, right, with how the scheduling works out with these tournaments. You can really take advantage. And, that's what I do. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, Tony, is take advantage of the bookmakers' weak spots. I mean, they got to put these numbers up quick, and we're getting on them, and we're going to pound them again tomorrow.
That's right, guys. Of course, check the leaderboard. 700 years of profit yesterday. 7-0 had a push in there, but man, perfect 5-0 day NBA. 2-0 in college hoops. Had a push there in college, but look at the numbers here in college basketball. The past 2 seasons, 2023, and already the first two plus months of 2024, 5,239 units of profit. So Ramon here on an absolute tear. So we'll get underway here with our NBA rundown here for tonight. We've got 3 games on the board, so we'll go ahead and get started here with the rundown with Ramon. All right, here we go. Suns and Cavaliers going head to head. We've seen the Suns now move up to 5.5. Total says 223.5.
Yeah, forget those pushes, Tony. Don't be shooting three-pointers at the buzzer when the game's already over. No big deal. We'll get a bunch of winners here. We brought you a couple winners in the NBA as well yesterday here on the show. So let's roll some more winners for you here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Phoenix comes in having won 5 of their last 7 against Cleveland. Tony, can you stop the line from moving? I mean, we're going to be laying a touchdown here by the time this thing tips off tomorrow. Look, no Spider Mitchell still. Phoenix gets Booker back, so there's a lot of momentum here at the betting window. I can only give this one out as a free winner, Tony. It looks like the Suns just going to read the tea leaves on this one, Tony. Cleveland's failed 10 of their last 13. When I started prepping for the show, Tony, I'm pretty sure this was a Phoenix like 1.5. So, look, you can take a chance here with Cleveland. They're a great team. We know Cleveland's still pretty good, but these are the kind of games, Tony, you kind of read the market a little bit here. And, yeah, a little bit tough to swallow maybe for a premium, but for a free pick, I'm going to go with Phoenix tomorrow. This should be a telltale sign. Talk about sometimes handicappers and even the general public saying, trying to read line moves. This is a line move read for me, Tony. Phoenix should win this one by at least a half a dozen.
All right, well, Scott get his pre in place over at Tony'sPicks.com. Suns and Cavaliers now will be graded at -5.5. Had that 1 point line move here just minutes ago, and this is what happens when we film our show. It's right when line opens. We do it. I mean, I prefer doing the on-demand night before because, quite frankly, they get more views. Really, than when I used to do the live show, I get 100 views. I do this, I get 10 to 20 times more the views.
Look,
So
my job, Tony, on this channel, and I've proven it, is I will be telling you, even if we film this overnight like these, I will tell you which way this line is moving. So
yeah.
there's no doubt. I'll get that information to you. That's what I do.
That's right. Suns here at -5.5, guys. Be sure to click the link in the description and get to Ramon's handicapper page and get signed up to one of his long-term passes. He is on fire, and that promo code TonyT will save you that 20% off. Let's continue here on our NBA rundown. We go to this 8 o'clock Eastern time, and we've got these Warriors here on the road to face the Spurs, a home and away series here. We see the Warriors favored on the road 5.5, total 228.5.
Right, the Warriors have lost 2 of the last 3 to the Spurs, and in the situation, same both times. There was injury factors with the personnel, and so that's what we're going to be looking at here again. So we're going to give the Spurs a big chance to get a win, maybe to get a cover, maybe even a win here. Wemby looks like he'll be probable for this one. He was kind of the one question mark. We know Curry, that was a serious ankle turn, and we're going to be missing Curry here at least for another game, if not a little longer still, that nasty ankle turn that he had. So San Antonio's covered 5 of their last 6, even though they had lost a couple of games, 3 games, I think, before that, but they're getting numbers still. Spurs 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two, they've also covered. So I'm going to have to roll with the Spurs here in this one. I've already seen a slight move to the Spurs. And again, just kind of read the market a little bit, but also some common sense. And, I think there's a little bit to the love fest. I mean, there's no doubt Kerr and Pop and their situation. It'll be all smiles when this one's over, no matter which team wins. So, not saying they're ever taking it soft. I mean, Warriors in a pretty desperate situation still, but just saw what happened without Curry last game, and I imagine this one's just going to be a struggle to get the victory over the Spurs here on Monday night. I'll take the points.
All right, Mo Scott, get his best bets over at TonySpeaks.com. Warriors and Spurs. He likes the Spurs here at plus 5.5 points. All right, we'll continue here on our NBA rundown, joined by Ramon Scott, coming off a 5-0 day here in the NBA. Guys, you can check that out by clicking the link in the description. It gets out to one of his long-term passes. Let's continue here on the show. We go to the game here. The last one on the board tonight will feature on NBA TV. The Celtics and the Trailblazers. Boston road favorites 9.5, total 217.5.
Yeah, and again, the moves here, I don't want to. I like when some people say don't overcomplicate things. In this one, it looks complicated, right? The Celtics on the road, 9.5 against the Blazers. Tony, this one had an opener at a few books, 13.5. So we know KP is still out. Brogdon's out for Portland. Grant and Walker questionable, but it's really the motivation of the Celtics here. Are they going to have enough motivation to get a double-digit win over the Trailblazers, who have covered 5 of their last 6 games? Every time you look up, the Blazers are losing, but they're getting numbers right now, and that's just type of. I think that's a good sign. I think that's a credit to their organization a little bit, and the path that they're trying to forge here with some of their young talent. I think they have a coach that's kind of has a temperament to kind of guide these guys through this situation a little bit. Portland did beat Toronto in that game, and they look pretty good with some of the young players. So just going to grab 9.5, 9, 8.5. Who knows? I think this one may even go a little bit lower here. The sharps, if you will, and the bookmakers adjusting, Tony, to the Blazers here in this one. I'll take them plus the points.
Yep, when we're filming, these are right a few hours after the lines open, so there's going to be some movement, especially now that we're closing out the night here. So great, Ramon here on the 9.5. Celtics and Trailblazers.
Could interrupt you just a little bit. Just coming across the wire as we film this, Tatum is going to be listed as questionable in this game with that ankle injury, and that's why you're seeing that line move.
Yep, there's a lot injuries there on that side too. I think Brown was in there up there as well. Porzingis out, so missing a lot here. Trailblazers here now plus 9.5 here against the Celtics. NBA TV at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Ramon, heading into a big Monday here, heading into a big week. We got the NBA still on the board. We still keep our eyes on NHL, but we got conference tournament action here continuing here up until next Sunday before we get into the Selection Sunday. So excitement now in college basketball as we're getting closer and closer to Selection Sunday. So the big conferences now will start here with their conference tournaments. As we said, look at Ramon's numbers here over the past 2 seasons. College basketball, 5,239 units of profit. Go to TonySpeaks.com. Actually, go to Ramon's handicapping page. We put up the records for 2023 and 2024, so you can easily navigate there and see those documented results. 5,239 units of profit coming off a 5-0 day in the NBA. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, appreciate that, Tony. These are all based on just 100-unit plays, as you see there. So we don't scale it or anything. You can't go with a 10-star bomb. This is consistent winning selections over at Tony'sPicks.com, fully documented here on the website. That's how Tony and the crew have set this one up, and they go against some of the toughest lines in the world. You see, we're updating them constantly to make sure that you get the best lines and make sure you have the best information. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout for my picks. I've already got some picks loaded up and I have some packages up there for you tonight with some of these key matchups. These are big-time games here. We got championship games tomorrow in college basketball, Sun Belt, Southern Conference in action, some of these other mid-majors in the semifinals out here in Las Vegas, Tony. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. But this is a great spot. Pick up a 7-day all-sports pass, see what all the hype is about. No one lights up the leaderboards like I do, Tony, like I did on Sunday. So make sure you're rolling with me this week in conference tournament action because, yeah, we're in night games tonight, but you know how it goes here. Once we get later in the week, we're going to be firing up day games. Hey, you might be off at work. You might just be waking up. You might be the type that likes to wake and win. And that's a great time to get with my 7-day all sports pass so you can make sure you're with the best information on those morning games, Tony. Not everyone has a time to look at all these games when they're playing the conferences. 4 games in a row by the time we hit Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you'll just have my best plays in your back pocket. There's a lot of games out there. You might like some other games. I give my best picks right here at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Got a book from Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the results here: 5,239 units of profit combined 2023 and 24 college hoops. Get on over that 7-day pass. You'll find a link to Ramon's page in the description, and you'll also save some money when you use the promo code, which we'll show you right now, Tony T at checkout. You'll save that 20% off. Click that link in the description. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, that's going to do it for the NBA rundown. But we'll also have college basketball, NHL 3-packs from Ramon. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so you get alerted when these videos drop, and go out and check out those 2 other 3-packs from Ramon. For Ramon, I'm Tony. We'll talk to you guys later.